Everybody, Adam Davidson, RadCast. It's the 12th of February. Happy Wednesday. Let's get right to it. This is 1 Peter chapter 1, probably just verse 8. One verse goes like this. Peter is writing, he says, "Though you have not seen him," referring to Jesus, "you love him, and even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy." Verse 9, "For you are receiving the end result of your you're receiving the end result of your faith, the salvation of your souls." Now, here's Reggie. Reggie is the cat. He is RadCat. And Reggie likes to hang around and be around. He's got a little bell on his collar, so we kind of know where he's at when he's not meowing. Right now, he's hungry. He demands food. I don't blame him. Reggie is very real. And so Reggie is here, and I believe in him. And I love him as a, you know what I mean? Like, I love him, but also if we run out of food, he's our backup plan. So, like, Reggie's a good cat and everything. And he's very tangible, and you can tell because there's hair everywhere. He's got way more hair than I will ever have, at least on my head. So it's hard to love the intangible. It's hard to even sort of consider it as a real thing because the boys keep talking to us about getting another cat. And they say, wouldn't it be so much fun if Reggie had a friend? And so in our house, there's this intangible cat. Like, we think about it, we think about what it might be like, we think about what breed it might be, but then we also think about how there's going to be twice as much litter box and twice as much food consumed, and it doesn't seem like so much fun, at least to me. So there's the tangible and the intangible cat. The intangible cat is the one that we don't have yet. Jesus is the intangible in some ways. I mean, we don't know Jesus the way that we know other human beings, right? And yet, Peter talks about Jesus as if we know him like other human beings. And he says, even though you haven't seen him, you love him. Well, how do you love something or someone you haven't seen? Well, it's because of the tangible. It's because of the people who did know him, that have testified about him, that we go, hey, I want that. Does that make sense? So no, we don't have Jesus tangibly, but we have his people and his followers and church history, which is extraordinarily tangible. Like in Hebrews, it talks about, it's the same thing in chapter 2. Not only have we heard his testimony, but we have heard from those who saw him and who told stories firsthand about Jesus. Well, Peter tells a firsthand story about Jesus. He was one of the disciples. And so today, on this Wednesday, we have to think about loving the intangible through the story of the tangible, right? So like, Jesus is not present in a physical sense the way other humans are, and yet Jesus is present in other humans, including you and I, hopefully, as we carry out the work of the kingdom. So two things. One, even though you can't see him, you love him. That's faith. Two, even though the world can't see him, they see him in you, and that is how the kingdom of God spreads. Go and be the tangible. That's RadCast.